Welcome back to Android playthrough of Atom RPG. After all that faffing concerning resolution, turns out the resolution's fine. Yep, that's true. What I've been doing is I've been watching the videos to check they're all right on the YouTube app on the Xbox, and on that it goes down to 567p or whatever, and it looks like dog shit. But having tried it on the PC on the same TV, I can bump it up to 1440 and it looks crisp and clean. Same on Android. So I don't think there's anything wrong with the resolution. So all that was for nothing. So apologies for going on about it for ages. I mean, admittedly, episode 5 that I messed around with the bitrate does still look a bit crusty, but the rest of them look perfectly fine. So as far as I'm aware, nothing seems to be done. Just need to crack on with the playthrough and stop fucking around. So apologies. This is the last I'll talk about it now. I hope everyone's doing good. Much better than this guy we're going to go and see. So I've just spoke to Dan. He's got a little test for us. So we're going to need to find Shishak outside of the locked door. Here we are. Damn it. Is that a splinter? Is what a splinter? What do you mean? Right. Here's Shishak. Let's go and give him a warm welcome. Before you stands a broad-shouldered man with cold, cruel eyes. He's quietly discussing something with his comrade, but as you approach, he looks at you from under dark brows. There's an unpleasant smile pasted on his face, as if he's planning something against you. Hi, Dan sent me. Are you by any chance Shishak? Maybe yes, maybe no. What did Dan say to you? Dan just told me to speak to Shishak. The man spits and fixes you with a cold stare. At last he takes out a bunch of keys and begins to reluctantly sort through them. Well, here I am, son. Shishak himself. Don't faint from all the excitement. We shall wait patiently. Shishak starts whistling to himself. He goes through the keys again from the start, happy to take as much time as he needs, maybe a little more. We need to unlock this door, son, and as you can see, there's a barrel's worth of keys on this ring. Most of them don't even open anything in the camp. They were just kicking around when I found it. I never got around to sorting out the useful from the useless. Hope you understand. I understand perfectly. Shishak yawns and lazily stretches his neck. Then he proceeds to search for the right key. He takes his sweet time, periodically grunting out a meaningless observation to the man standing next to him. Which is the correct one? I can't seem to remember. Heck, excuse me, son. This is a bit awkward. Yeah, real awkward. Such is life. Time passes, or at least you assume it does. It seems as though Shishak's forgotten about the right key, about you, and about everything else in this weary world. He slowly and deliberately runs his finger around the key ring, stretches, and only occasionally raises his eyes to you with a slight grin. Finally, he snaps his finger and removes the unremarkable brass key from the ring. Excuse me. Oh, here it is. Well, you can see how quick I am. No need for nagging, boy. Finally. Clickety click. Let's get in there. Let's see what's... Oh. It's automatic. Before you stands Shishak, a square-built man with cold, cruel eyes. What? Alright, okay. I thought I'd already read that. He's looking at a huddled prisoner with a gag in his mouth. The prisoner is squirming on the grimy floor, trying his best not to look at anyone in the room. He's obviously in fear of a beating. Looky here, kid. We keep our guest in this room. He squats in front of the prisoner, who instinctively recoils and shrinks down on himself even further. Shishak then starts clapping his hands near the man's head in a constant rhythm. The prisoner winces with every clap. He was a little tense. His silence made no sense. Get you, Snoop Dogg. I saw the little piece of crap and put him in a body bag. That doesn't rhyme. Ha! Why are you so antsy? Stop shivering and look me in the eyes, you stupid fuck. That rhyme kind of fell apart there, Shishak. You started off so promisingly. Blinking uncontrollably, the prisoner raises his watery eyes to Shishak. The bandit clicks his tongue and clenches his large fist in the prisoner's face. The man flinches back, but Shishak only grins and dusts off his pants. He looks at you and spreads his hands. Oh. He's a nervous fellow, and a quiet type. Maybe that's because of the gag. Who is he? Some schmuck from Otranoy. Talked up a storm about his money, but was it worth it? I don't think so. So now he has free accommodations in our luxury apartments. Believe me, in the beginning I was gentle with him. Just gave him a couple of quick chin checks, that's all. But he kept screaming, something along the lines of, I said some stupid things. I have nothing on me. He's bluffing, I'm telling you. Okay, what do I need to do? Your job is easy peasy. Look here. Shishak reaches into his jacket, pulls out a polished TT gun and hands it to you, grip first. This is a gun with one bullet, and here's the mutton head. The rest is up to you. You've got carte blanche. Kill him right away, or extract a little payment first. I don't really care since he only plays one sad tune. I don't have any money. I'm not a millionaire. Oh, the grave will fix what's wrong with him. That or some vigorous abuse of vital organs. The bound prisoner begins to shudder and mumbles something into his gag. He looks up at you with a mixture of hope and fear, but leaning more towards fear. Shishak takes a couple of steps back and watches with interest. The second thug joins him. I'm going to give him a good crack with a pistol. You wind up and strike the bound prisoner with the pistol grip. The man instinctively pulls his head as far as he can into his shoulders. Shishak grins and winks at his companion. Look at this guy! Ah, that's a man who enjoys his work. Let's aim at the prisoner. You aim the gun at the prisoner. The bound man begins to quietly whimper and slowly crawls away from you. His gaze, as full as terror as a wounded deer, is fixed on the muzzle of the gun. I'm gonna blow his brains out. You pull the trigger and nothing happens. Instead of a shot, there's only a clicking sound. The magazine is empty. You look at Shishak in astonishment while the captive, still unscathed, quietly sobs on the floor. Shishak throws you a cheerful wink as he takes the gun from your hands. Ha! You really thought it was loaded, son. What a clown. Turns out this lucky bastard has a use after all. I still feel like he didn't tell us everything, but we also got to see you from an interesting angle. You were actually going to gun him down in cold blood. Schnee kommt zu mir. Not a clue what that means. The man gestures his friend over and whispers something in his ear, then slaps him on the back. Schnee runs out of the room. Now go. Let's see what Dan has to say about all of this. Interesting what passes for a test around here. It seems that's a job well done. We'll find my way out then. So we'll pass the test. See what they got to say for themselves. Oh, they're whispering. Oh, you're so secretive, Shishak. Yeah, I'll walk you out, sunshine. Don't come back, you hear? See what Dan's got to say about all of what's just happened. You see a man in a dusty suit with a holstered gun on his belt. It's the local boss. He snaps his fingers without looking at you. Well, what brought you here? It's ready. I've done the test. Dan nods, extricates a notebook from his inner pocket and consults his mysterious notes. After returning it to the depths of his jacket, he says, "We both know that already. You're a curious case." "Why is that?" "You didn't strike me as a man who could kill a person without thinking twice. I'm interested in what was driving you. Go on, tell me." Let's have a look. "I suspected the gun wasn't loaded. I've never uttered them words." Maybe it'll show some intelligence. Maybe Dan will respect that. We'll see how it goes. "I suspected the gun wasn't loaded." "Right. And what made you think that?" Call it intuition. Let's give him a wink. "That's why I said you're a curious case. That is, if you're not just trying to make a good impression on me." Continue listening in silence. "Okay, I had a different task in store for you. But seeing as you have such a sober mind, I'm giving you something else to do. It requires using not just muscle, perhaps even your brain." "Tell me the details, Dan." "I had a visit recently. 3 brothers came to me asking for a job. Just like in a fairy tale, the eldest was smart, the middle one neither smart nor stupid, and the youngest as slow as a snail. All 3 were rather unpleasant, but not too horrible. What I'd call an average level of post-apocalyptic cruelty. I decided to test them. There's a little farm under our protection not too far from here. Its residents got a little too carefree, so I sent those brothers to collect a tribute they owed. The problem is, quite a lot of time has passed since, and I haven't heard from them. I want you to find out what happened to the 3 brothers." "Understood. Where should I start?" Visit the farm they were heading for. Ask the farmers what they know, and whether they've seen the brothers at all. Give me a map. I'll show you where it is." You hand the map to Dan, and he pierces a tiny hole where the farm is located. Then he returns it to you abruptly. "This is the place. You've got your task, right? Now go." "I wanted to talk about the captive." "What did you want to discuss? Who he is? What he's doing here? Or did you want to bail him out?" "Can I free him?" "Sure, but not for free. Any way you look at it, he broke the law. An unwritten law, but still. He needs to be kept behind bars while we investigate. Unless someone shows up to bail him out, that is. What's the price of freedom, my friend? In cash terms, I mean." "We'll go for 400 rubles. "You think it's that cheap? I should flog you for your lack of ethics." "Jokes aside, 500 rubles and he walks free. No bartering, no wordsmithery, just money, pure and simple." "I'm not bartering." "Here it is. Give him the money." You cough up the cash to the bandit leader, and he slowly counts it, repeatedly wetting his thumb with his tongue. Finally, he nods, tucking the money inside his pocket, and produces a slip of paper. He writes something on it and hands it to you. "Here, take this note to Shishak, and he'll free the prisoner." "Nice doing business with you." Dan appears slightly annoyed. "Okay, I'd better go." "Let's go and free him. Let's take him back to Kovalev." This is the workman that was missing from Otradnoy. The one that just disappeared one day. Let's hear Shishak takes this kind of news. Before you stand Shishak, a broad-shouldered man with cold cruel eyes. He looks around, absent-mindedly twisting a tobacco-smelling roll-up in his fingers. I came for the prisoner. Shishak's eyebrows shoot up in surprise. You don't say. Can you prove it? You think any old bum can just wander in and say that? Here's a note from Dan. Shishak takes the note, throws you an incredulous look, and frowns at it while he reads. He looks at you again, crumples the note in his hands, and finally shrugs his indifference. Oh. Everything seems to be in order. Okay, wait a second. He takes his knife and cuts the ropes binding the prisoner's hands and feet. Yeah, well, bye. So the man becomes a temporary follower for the time being. There he is, looking a bit worse for wear. The man nods and sniffs, glancing nervously at the surrounding area. Oh, hey brother, what's that? How are you feeling? Considering the circumstances, quite well actually, knock on wood. Nothing to complain about. Can I ask you a few questions? Maybe later? Don't get me wrong, I'm grateful that you saved my sorry ass. It's just that I don't want to spend any more time here. Okay then, I'm going. Yeah, but as soon as we leave the factory, I'm off to the village. We can chat there. We'll catch up with him at some point. Let's get him out of here. Let's get ourselves out of here. Once we've dropped him off at town, we shall go to the farm that Dan spoke of, and we will go and speak to Roy Keane. And when I say let's go and speak to Roy Keane, I'm talking about the former Manchester United midfielder. And I'm not just saying that as a like, oh, he looks like Roy Keane. They've literally used a picture of Roy Keane that you could probably find on the internet. I don't think Roy Keane knows that he's actually in this game as a character. But yeah, I watched a video a couple of months back. And there's quite a few minor celebrities or, you know, like YouTubers, old film stars. There's quite a few pictures that have been used as likenesses. Let's have a fight with some bandits. So yeah, when we go there, you'll see it's just Roy Keane. Looking grumpy, as you'd expect. Right, Mr. Bandit, come and get it. Oh no, I forgot that one. I thought I was Fidel for a second, that's why I pressed the... So Fidel, you can get shot in the face and you can take him on all by yourself. Let's get in between these two guys. Missed. And you've got a crossbow, my word. I'll be taking him out as quick as I can. Right, let's get in there. Only get 2 attacks in while I've moved. Ooh. That's reminded me, I need to give Fidel some healing items. Some Casperamid or some... If we go back to the city, I'll go to the pharmacy and maybe try and get some stimulants. They're quite useful. And when you speak to your companions outside a battle, you can give them like different orders. It's a shame that you can't control them individually. I know on PC there's a mod that allows you to do that, which would be quite handy. I kind of like the uncertainty of the computer taking over. I mean, it's not done us any favours so far. Fidel likes to run away or just stand around watching me get battered. It won't happen all the time. But yeah, outside of battle, you can give them different commands, like when they heal themselves. Like heal yourself whenever you lose a bit of life, or heal yourself when you're close to death. There's only a few different directions you can give them. Also, I think certain tactics you can discuss. Let's have a quick look. Very interesting to see. And I think you can ask them how they're doing as well. Fidel is quietly whistling some tune to himself. Seeing that you want to talk, he nods encouragingly. What is it, Andrew? See how he's feeling. How are you feeling? Healthy as a horse. Gracias for asking. So he's got 50 out of 53 health. Well, I didn't know you could tell him to take a pill. I've never seen that before. Alright, let's change the subject then. What else would you like to talk about? So let's discuss tactics. Of course, right now, for example, I'm energetically running across the war zone, chasing down the enemy, and behaving in an exceptionally heroic way. So you can tell him, that is where your tactical error lies, mate. We must stick close together. So I think, yeah, that must mean stay bunched up on the battlefield. Fidel, brother, don't risk your life in vain. When the enemy approaches, I want you to run away. So I think that's, what's it called? Avoid on the wheel that comes up when you're in battle. Now let's talk about your fighting style. Fidel, I have an additional offer. That's a great plan. Let's change the subject then. Additional offer, I do believe, is wait here while I go scout out and follow me. And let's talk about your fighting style is... Amigo, right now I shoot, but I'm really careful. I never back out of a fight. I'm always going for the closest enemy, and I heal up if wounded. So you can discuss friendly fire. What does that mean? What do you think? Currently I shoot, but I'm really careful. So you can shoot but don't get your friends in danger. Fire at will, even if there's a chance you hit a buddy. Never shoot when there's a chance to hit a friend. Or exit. On the other hand, give me the bigger picture again. Does that take you back? Yeah, so that takes you back. Let's talk about when you retreat. Right, now I never back out of a fight. Back out when wounded, back out when lightly wounded, back out when near death. On the other hand, give me the bigger picture again. You know what, I have never ventured into this part of the... I might have to have a look at this. It's mad, innit? I've been playing this game for 3 years. I've completed it twice. And also other playthroughs, you know, gone deep into it. I've never actually never give this any kind of second thought. It might come in handy on expert mode. It would have come in handy on normal mode as well, if I'm honest. On the other hand, give me the bigger picture. Can we discuss whom you attack in battle? Sure, now I'm always going for the closest enemy. Always start with the weakest, always start with the strongest, attack the one I'm attacking. I'll give the bigger picture. Yeah, the strongest enemy is always a good place to start. But it depends though, the strongest enemy might be the one with a gun. So that, yeah, you can control maybe who he attacks a bit better. Straight off the bat, with the third option, attack the one I'm attacking. But you can tell them who to attack individually. You can tell them where to stand while they do so as well. Using the options wheel mid-battle. You can tell them to change weapons. It's not like a fleshed out system. You can't tell them to take an aimed shot, for example. When you've got a gun, you can either do just a basic attack, which usually takes whatever AP a basic attack takes. Say, for example, a basic attack might take 4 AP. Then an aim shot with a gun might take 5, but you get the chance to aim at separate body parts. A bit like a VAT system. You can attack... I can't remember. You can attack head. Eyes. You can go for the eyes. Maybe weapon. Legs. I'm not sure. We'll have a look at it in a bit. I'll do an aimed attack. Give you the idea of its benefits, maybe. If I remember. I keep saying I'll do stuff, and then I forget. Like, I was supposed to see the doctor the last time I was in Oxford, and I just didn't. I just give Asher his book, and then left. I am so forgetful. It's unreal. Right, on the other hand, give you the bigger picture. And you can do healing as well. I think I spoke about that before. Heal up when near death, heal up when lightly wounded, never heal. There you go. On the other hand, bigger picture. So yeah, I never actually looked deep into that. That's a really positive thing about doing a playthrough. Like if I ever do feel the need to explain something, half the time I'm explaining it to myself. Oh yeah, shit, you can do that. I am not the most attentive gamer. I'm like, yeah, what is it? I never read instructions, or I never check out. I try my best to stay away from, which might seem a bit hypocritical, but I try and stay away from playthroughs. If I watch an Atom RPG playthrough, I more often will just watch them wander around in the first episode, because I don't want to see any secrets. Whereas here I am just telling you all what I've found whilst playing this game. But yeah, the beauty of that is if you don't want to know something, you don't have to watch, obviously, which is what I tend to not do. I like if I'm paying money for my games, I want to figure everything out myself. Personally, that's my personal approach. I feel cheated. I think I had a what's the game called now that I was playing for the Dreamcast? It was what's it called? Oh my word, I cannot remember. I'll try and have a think. I will try not think about it so that it pops into my head without warning. Let's crack on with this. Dude, I'm still thinking about it though. Still trying to think. So yes, we're going back to Oddred Noy. Absolutely nothing in that basement then. But that type of layout of the basement, like before we had kind of a basement that was all one room, that never contains enemies. As far as I can remember, I don't think I've ever seen an enemy in that type of basement. But that kind of basement, sometimes you can get rats in there, sometimes you get bandits. And sometimes they're really strong. Let's enter town. Let's go and speak to Kovalev. Update him on what we've found about the bandits, if that is an option. Tell him about his workmen who we've returned. Looks like it's bedtime. These guys might be going off to bed. It's late. I don't know what time it is exactly. Right, Kovalev. Got some good news. We've already read that introduction. And the rest of it. Hello again. Learn anything new? I have something to tell you about the bandits. I'm all ears. I freed a captive in their camp. Yes. That was Steblev, our mechanic. I stopped him on his way back to the village and interrogated him. It soon became apparent you were the one to thank for his return. Thanks so much, deep from the heart of our friendly collective. Oh, if you want to find him in person, check near the water tower, where he's supposed to be working. If he isn't there, check the tavern. You should speak to him when you have time. Nod silently. The head shakes your hand firmly and starts searching for something in the pockets of his jacket. Right, I just remembered the part about a reward. Yes. Let me just find the... Aha! Kovalev reaches down into his side pocket and pulls out a stack of ancient bills. He counts them quickly and puts them in your hand. You accept the money without a word. With all due respect, Comrade Kovalev, could you add some more money to this reward? It was an extremely risky mission, as you know. I understand your position, but please understand mine. You can see we're not living in luxury. 500 is a fair sum. That's fair enough. 500 is a fair sum. I don't know if I missed actually the amount that he was going to give me. He might have said it to me, but I didn't know it was 500. So thank you for the 500, Kovalev. That's really kind of you. I didn't want more anyway. I was just testing you. It's a test. Right, I see. Well, I have something else to tell you about the bandits. I'm not sure if I do. Sometimes it just says, "What is it?" And you say, "Nothing. I'm going to go now." I'm all ears. Yeah, let us change the subject. Okay, let's. Just passing through, mate. I've given you all the information that you need. We're going to have a little chat with Steblev while we're here as well. You see a stocky mustached man in his 40s. On his belt, he has a leather handmade pocket with various instruments and a hammer that is fastened with a regular rope. The man wipes his oil-stained hands on his crude shorts and nods to you. Hey, bro. I see you got to the village A-OK. I also just came from the factory. I'm sorry I didn't say goodbye the last time you saw me. I just wanted to get back home so badly. I can understand that. It's okay. The man looks down and scratches the back of his head. Listen, thank you for saving me. I don't know how long I'd last without those fuckers. I don't know how long I'd last with those fuckers. I must say though, when I saw you entering the cell, I thought I was dead man for sure. When you pulled the trigger, I made peace with my gods. But you probably did it because you knew the gun wasn't loaded. Sure, that's why I shot you, friend. The man laughs nervously. Yeah, that's what I thought. No matter though. Thanks for saving me. Without you, I would not be here. Yep. Hey, I need to thank you for the rescue somehow, right? Look, brother, most people around think I'm poor, but it's not true. I'm actually really handy. And I don't repair stuff just for the village. I have a stash. There's an empty old house behind the gates filled with all sorts of garbage. This is where I keep my lockbox. There's a switch left at the entrance. Push it and you'll see a light coming from under the old bed. Push it out of the way and boom, you're in my personal little cellar. The safe's in there, welded to the floor. This is where I keep all my extra cash. The code is 5153. Not hard, right? Only 4 digits. Take everything I keep inside, don't be shy. There's not a lot of money in there, but I hope it'll help you in your travels. The man hits himself in the chest proudly. What was it, 5153? Let's double check. Can you repeat the combination for your lockbox, please? Sure. Now listen, the code is 5153. I better go before I forget. Bye. 5153. 5153. So this is a handy little development, getting his lockbox, because you don't just get the lockbox and its contents. There's the little switch. Let's tippy tap that. Oh no, I missed. So the light comes on. You can activate the bed, move it out of the way, and there you have a little hole for going down into the lockup, I like to call it, because here is where you can stash all your shit. You can use it as a kind of like a home base for now. You got a couple of shelves, you've got a desk, you've got a lockbox, and you've got a little nutcracker. Quite the toy. He must be the nutcracker, right? But where's your sword? I don't know if that's a riddle. I've never figured it out yet. If it is, let's take this shit wooden assault rifle. That's not a real weapon, is it? But we might be able to make some rubles off that. We're going to take everything out. Junk. What's in the desk? Bit of electrical tape. Nothing wrong with any of this. 5153, wasn't it? 5, 1, 5, 3. Enter. So we get 213 rubles. It's a strange amount. A bottle of pre-war vodka, 5 waste papers, seed cotton, the duffel bag. You know what I totally forgot? That's a handy item. I think that gives maybe 18 kilograms on top. Let's take out all of that. And I'm going to put back on the shelf all of the waste paper we've accrued. 6.9 kilograms of it. That's a lot of dead weight. Can't really do anything with it at the moment. Duffel bag. Let's have a look at the stats on this. What does it do? Oh, I forget about it. Forget about it. Inventory. Let's have a look in the inventory. So, a raggedy old duffel bag. Such bags were part. Oh, give over. I'm trying to read. Hey, what happened? A raggedy old duffel bag. Such bags were part of the regular kit for soldiers and sergeants of the Soviet Army motor brigades. Just 10 kilograms. It's not bad. It'll do. It's better than nothing. Fidel's got. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. It's 10 kilograms, but for the team. I didn't send the waste paper over to the. What we're doing? I don't know how. Waste paper into there and done. Sorry, that was what I needed to do. I don't think I confirmed it. Right. I've gotten rid of that. Let's get out of town. Let's go and see the doctor. Then let's get out of town. Does Fidel need healing? A touch? But not enough for me to really care about. I'm sure we'll eat some meat at some point. I mean, I'd rather not waste a bit of meat. I don't think that's... I think maybe we heal 13 to 15 health whenever you eat a piece of meat. With Fidel, I'm not 100% sure. Maybe 50, I don't know. But either way, that'd just be a waste of a bit of meat just for healing that little bit of health for him. I'll wait till he takes a few hits. Doctor! You again, young man. Feeling low? I need your help, Doctor. Well, what's wrong? Let me have a look at you. Dr. Mikoyan checks your pulse, your blood pressure, even your pupils. Afterwards, he steps back and rubs his chin. He looks worried. He always does. Let's drink down his pre-war mixture. Done and done. Are you sure it's done? Completely cured. Thanks, Doc. I also want to have a look at what drugs you've got. Casperamide. Is Casperamide worth it now? 7 to 11 health. Oh yes, let's have a look. You've got waste paper, thank you very much. Stimulant, he's only got the one. Stimulants are much better than Casperamide. Although it kind of all applies to how good your first aid skill is. So with our first aid skills being quite low at the minute, that might not apply 20 to 31 health. Or maybe it does, maybe it just applies the base rate 20. Possibly. I have never studied how these things work. I know they heal, and that's good enough for me. But maybe the intricacies need studying on expert mode, we'll see. They'll definitely need studying if we ever do survival mode. Definitely don't want permadeath. Right, we'll take everything you got. Not everything, just the medicine. You knew what I meant. Oh yes, pre-war vodka. Take it. Take all my shit. Take that. Wooden assault rifle. It's neither use nor ornament. Take the zip gun. Fork. Beetroot. You can have the coffee. Face mask. Crossbow. Take the shiv. Take the hockey helmet, take the ciggy. Done. Oh dear. So he can pay us 267. We can sell a bit more now. Take the tea, take the rabbit's pot. What's our luck on? I think you need a certain kind of intellect less 4. We've got more than 4 intellect. I'll have to do a character with no intellect and all strength at some point. You can have, what have we got? 1, 2, 4. You have the scrap metal, the bolts. You can have the brick. You can have the bottle. You can have the empty bottle. We got 517. How much are we off? 89.35. We have 2 canned meats. Alright, never mind the change. Let's just do the trade and let's get out of here. I better go now, Doctor. Have a great day. I like your hat, by the way, Doc. Another thing I forgot, we do have the DLC downloaded, which is like, it's just an area with a couple of items. They're useful, depending on your playstyle, they can be quite useful. Oh, gosh. Can I hear radiation? That's what them sparks are, innit? Coming off that junk. Looks like radiation. I have never noticed that before in my life. Do I get poisoned from this? Or is it raining? What is that? That is crazy. I've never seen that before. Don't know if you can see that, but there's like sparks coming from it. Let's check if I can. I'm not sure how to proactively check whether I'm getting radiated or not. Oh. Statistics, no. Right, never mind. It's like I don't have a Geiger counter. So that's a strange crackling noise that I've never noticed in my life. Yeah, we've got the DLC. It's like a survival pack. There's no actual gameplay type DLCs. You don't really need it. There is plenty game to be had. Alright, we're hungry. So we're gonna have to eat some food anyway. I'll try not to eat any meat, but I'll definitely eat something that heals Fidel up a touch. Yeah, we'll have that canned food that we've got left. I'll take the hunger away. And I think it's filled Fidel's health completely now, so job done. It's called I think it's called the crash site, and it's right. It's on the way to where we're going. So we're going to Maiden Spring Farm there on the left, and the helicopter crash site is down here. So you get like a really good knife, especially early on. I might chance it and give it to Fidel. I know he's quite good with the Shvinchaka, but the knife compared to the Shvinchaka, I believe the Shvinchaka takes 3 AP, and I think the knife might only take 2. So we could get 4 hits in. Your trading caravan. Do you want to stop and trade? Yes, please. Let's see what you've got to offer. Try and get some ammo for Fidel as well and his gun. We need as many... What's the word? Is it many strings to our bow? What's the phrase? As we can get. We can't just be using melee all the time. I can. It's my speciality. You see a small man in a leather vest and yoga pants. He looks at his watch and crosses his hands on his chest. You want to buy something, you better do it soon. We're running late. Show me your shit then. Waste paper all day long. And not... Oh, he's got some carrots. He's got a carrot. Cabbage is quite good as well, if I remember right. You get quite a lot of health from cabbage. 4 to 15 health. Minus 500 hunger. I'm going to get one of them. I think biscuits are good for relieving health as well. I'll take your biscuit as well. We'll pay him. Get rid of some shite. We've got to go and give. What was his name now? The Jewish guy in town. Abraham. We'll go and give him his books back and tell him about the death of the illiterates when we get the chance. That'll just happen naturally. There's a few missions in town or on the outskirts of town that I would like to get done the next time. We're going to go and meet Roy Keane though. For months, not for months, for years I've been thinking, it looks like Roy Keane this. It's uncanny. But no, it can't be Roy Keane, surely. It is. They haven't even altered the picture. The only difference is that the background is set on a farm. His face is just a carbon copy of a picture of him. Snapped by paparazzi, I believe, looking grumpily at the camera. But there is a few other... Did I actually get to the farm then? What is this? Oh yeah, we didn't go to the farm. Oh, I went crazy then. I thought it glitched out. The music's not even the same either. I think this is a special track for this area. I don't remember hearing this music anywhere else. So let's put our radar on and see what we've got. The medal, thank you for your service. Medkit, rusty Makarov pistol. What's the Makarov? 9mm? Yeah, rusty though. At this point, I kind of want to be buying genuine Makarov pistols. More up to date, more well kept ones. So the NKVD knife, it's a cracking little knife. Yeah, so the AP cost is 2 for a regular attack, 3 for a aimed attack. I don't know what the other 3 is. What is it? 2, 3. Thing is, with melee weapons, you only get regular and aimed, so I don't understand what the other 3 is. For guns, the other number means reload. How much it costs to reload. 2% critical chance. Yeah, that'd be good if Fidel can use it competently. 55 melee weapons. Let's have a look. If I give it to Fidel. Huh? What happened then? Fidel, where's all his shit? Have I taken all Fidel's stuff and not picked up the fucking knife? What happened? I better have all Fidel's crap. Where's that knife gone? So there's the knife. Yeah, Fidel never had any stuff, did he? Oh, what am I thinking? We'll give that to Fidel and see if he's got the skill level to use it. So if you see on the stats for it underneath weights, 28 kilogram, you've got damage, range, AP cost, and recommended stats for using that weapon. So he's got 4 dexterity at the very least, and he's also at least got 55 skill level in melee weapons. Whereas when Andrew tried picking it up, the 55, if you noticed, was red in colour. That means Andrew has not got the melee weapon skill, so he would miss half the time. Fidel, you can use that knife. I trust you with it. Let's get you equipped. We'll keep the Svinchaka just in case. For now, it doesn't quite do the job. If it doesn't quite live up to it. Kikamura camo suit. This is also another special item you get with the DLC. Stop going off. I just want to read. Why is it not hanging right there? Right, I can't read the... I can't read it because it will not stay on the screen. Oh. Western Gilly camouflage suits are named after... Oh, get off. Well, anyway, you get plus 50% stealth. Plus 50 stealth buffer on that. Which would be handy. But we need the we need the battles. I think it stops you from getting as many random battles on the world map. I think it allows you to get closer to the enemy when you come across an enemy as well. Like an enemy who would normally just go straight into attack mode when you get near them. I think you can get a little bit closer when you're quite camouflaged. Also, maybe the stealth skill, I think you can steal things from under people's noses more effectively. I think that's how that works as well. So if you want to be a thief, get your camouflage suit on and rob everyone's stuff sometimes when they're in the same room. Be stealthy enough, you can do... I'm sure you can do that. I'm sure I've seen someone do that before. You see a small group of friendly junk scavengers. Let's meet them before we go in, just in case they've got some ammo. I said I was going to get some ammo from the last caravan, but my mind switched to carrots and cabbage as soon as I saw them. So maybe I missed a bit of ammo on the last opportunity. There's a good chance. Easily distracted. It's madness. I think we've heard about him having his voice distorted by the mask. What are you doing here? If you've got anything to sell, do it. If not, get out. I mean, get out. It's a free country. You get out. Take your mask off and get the fuck out. Let's see your words. No, just junk. Oh, you got some meat. I'll always be thankful of a bit more meat, which we've got 11 of. More than enough. Oh no, I've got 12 now. That'll keep us going. I'll be on my way. Thank you very much. You rude fucker. Buy some stuff or get out. Fine. And I actually did. I bought some meat and I left. Oh no, he said buy or get out. I bought and got out of his face. Best customer he's ever had. We're hungry, it doesn't matter. Tall, lean lad, about 17 years old, stands at the gate of the farm, hidden behind the fence. He lifts his rifle in an uncertain gesture, hitting himself on the cheek with its huge wooden buttstock. Stay where you are, man, or I'll shoot. Hold your fire, kid! The guy looks around in fear and lifts his rifle slightly. It's hard to understand what he aims at. The heavy barrel is dancing in his trembling hands, pointing to your chest, then to your head, and under your feet. Why would I do it? Because I'm a simple traveller and wish you no evil. Oh, it didn't work. The rifle isn't lowered a centimetre. Moreover, the lad's scared look now has something like a new confidence about it. You won't talk me round, man. Listen to me. Get out while you still can. No, you listen to me. You have to let me in. Sure, I will. What? Sure, I will. Do I shout it? Carry you in feet first. Now give me a single reason not to shoot at you. Speechcraft didn't work last time. Do I chance it and try it again? Strength might push him the wrong way. Barter, definitely can't barter with him. Or do I just say the simple phrases? I've done nothing to deserve it, or am I wrong? Some guys have sent me here to ask around about a group of missing people. I've got to be honest, haven't I? But that might do the trick, I think. I've done nothing to deserve it, or am I wrong? Might also do the trick. I think the strength would push him over the edge. I think the speechcraft might not work. I'm sure the barter won't. Right, some guys have sent me here to ask around for a group of missing people. The guy looks around in fear and quickly turns back to you. What people? You think it's a guest house? There's no one but my family here. I'd like to make sure myself. The rifle bolt clicks as the guy makes sure it's loaded and ready for action. Nothing doing. There's no one here, I'm telling you. Okay, I'll tell that to the gang that sent me to search for them. Group? I'm telling you. You're harping on like a parrot. There's no one here, never was. Come in if you want. Ask Father himself. No one's passed by or stopped by. You're too nervous for a person who doesn't understand what I'm talking about. Will you answer a couple of questions? The guy looks at you dubiously. What else? What else do you want to know? Is it true your father's Roy Keane, the former Manchester United player? On the other hand, I better go. Bye. Here he is. Look, it's Roy Keane! You see a sturdy, broad-shouldered man in his 40s. He's wearing a long hand-embroidered shirt with homespun trousers, with a frayed rope for a belt. His expression is sullen and unfriendly, hardened by the life of work. No wonder they fucking picked him. Sullen and unfriendly. Hardened by a life of work. Yeah, but it's his job, innit? And his face hasn't seen a razor in quite a while. Having noticed your stir, the man snorts at you. I don't know what stories my offspring's told you, or what you've told him to make him let you in, but we don't like travellers here. We're not a guest house, so spit it out, and we'll say our goodbyes. Relax, man, let's just talk. The farmer stares at you for several long seconds, and casts a quick glance towards the shed, where a rusty scythe leans against an unfinished wooden door. After a quick calculation, he speaks again. Don't try to scare me. Keep your shit together and perhaps we can have a nice chat. I'll be honest with you. I was sent here to find someone. The farmer looks at you emotionless. So what? Go ahead and search if that's what you want. The woods are vast, thank God, but maybe you'll find what you lost. But why come here? This isn't a guest house. We have plenty of mouths to feed, believe me. We don't accept lodgers and don't need servants. I said I was looking for someone. How did you know it was more than one person? The farmer shudders at your veiled accusation. These are tough times, you understand. Who travels alone these days? Madmen. No one else. So it means the guys you're looking for travelled here in a group. But I haven't seen anyone. Neither have my children. As for the wife, she hasn't left the yard in a month. Speechcraft's not been too kind to me lately. Right. Don't be so quick to call people mad. I embarked upon my journey alone and I'm not unique in this respect. Farmer shrugs his mighty shoulders and coughs. The exception proves the rule. If I tell you there was a peddler passing by, surely you'd understand he wasn't alone, but followed by guards and carriers. So when you mentioned someone, I instantly thought of a group of travellers. That's just the first thing that springs to mind. I have nothing to hide. The farmer is confident in his explanation. Let me be blunt. I'm looking for 3 brothers, criminal folk. They were coming to visit you and then disappeared without a trace. Your companion crosses his arms and squints at you. I don't know of any 3 brothers. Seen nothing of them. Why do you care so much? Are you the 4th? Well, my condolences then. I've never seen them. It's Dan who's bothered. The name of the criminal boss from the abandoned factory startles him. Dan? What does that ghoul from the old factory have to do with it? Why, he's the one who sent them here, to collect some money from a debtor. Beads of sweat appear on the man's forehead. Did he? Did he indeed? So he, for me, he sent to collect, and... The farmer lapses into incoherent mumbling before clearing his throat to continue. And, how are they going to do it? If I understand Dan correctly, he prefers to avoid violence if he can. He just asked the men to have a serious talk with you. The man is silent for a long minute, then bursts into laughter. That's one hell of a speech. Oh yeah, that was great. What do we say? One of the top two. That's one hell of a speech. Mate, what? Wait, just explain what happened. Mate, what? Wait, just explain what happened. The man's ox-like nostrils flare with rage. For a fraction of a second, it seems he'll jump at you without wasting words, but instead he regains control. Suddenly he goes quiet, his shoulders drooping. Those three bastards killed our daughter. Sons of bitches. We lowered our guard. We were careless. We sent her to pick berries in the woods nearby alone. That is where they... The farmer covers his eyes with his hands. His broad shoulders shake gently in grief. Silently in grief. Then they had the nerve to come here, to this very house. Asked if they could spend the night here, and I allowed it. Such a moron. Such an idiot. I should have been worried about my daughter, but she's done something like it before. Left for the night. She would stay with Petrovich at the Moonshiners. They'd never touch her. They'd protect her. Petrovich told me not to let her go like that. The man no longer hides his tears. Suddenly he strikes himself in the forehead with his fists. Such an idiot. Such a fool. With no shame at all, these scumbags asked to stay the night. They said they were heading south to Krasnoznameni. Said they didn't like working there. Wanted working here. Wanted to try their luck in the big city. Then they offered to sell my wife a pendant. Masha's pendant. She told me, so I went out to the yard where they had pitched their tent to ask what happened. But I didn't need to. I overheard the scum talking by the fire. About a girl in the woods, who they ravished and then butchered. Oh, I am so sorry. The farmer lowers his red, swollen eyes. He clenches his giant fists until you hear the knuckles pop. I killed them, all three of them, with a butcher's knife. I cut the oldest guy open from sternum to groin. The middle one, I cut his throat. And the youngest, I lifted him in the air and smashed his head against the doorframe. Like that! The man's fist hits his open palm with a thick smack. Smashed his skull to bits. Continue. The farmer slowly lowers his hands and again focuses his absent gaze at you. He looks utterly enervated, as if these painful memories have drained him completely. I can imagine it's not easy. The farmer nods. His anger and vitality have vanished. Now he seems tired and listless. So we're going to be kind to the man. He's been through enough. Look, I don't blame you for any of this. You did the right thing. The man spits off to the side and shrugs. Now you know everything. So go report to whoever you like. It doesn't matter. There's no escaping fate. I'm going. See you later, maybe. What a poor guy. We won't be telling anything to Dan about him knowing who sent him. But yeah. What is done, and he did the right thing, like we said. And also, what is done in respect to our episode. I have gone over time slight bit. It's 1 hour and 5 minutes. So we'll call it a day. And I hope you have a great time, whatever you're doing. And I will see you next time. See ya.